You're watching Passport to the Palm Beaches. I'm Jacqueline Journey. So excited today because we are at the Norton Museum of Art, and it is incredible. They have got everything here, including all the masters and all the fantastic contemporary art you'd ever want to see. They've just done a huge expansion. They now have a restaurant, a fantastic group area where you can go every day for free. This place is fantastic. You're watching Passport to the Palm Beaches. I'm Jacqueline Journey, and we are here with Rachel Gustafson at a true treasure. It's the Norton Museum of Art. The first of its kind really when it opened in the 1940s here in South Florida, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. 1941, Ralph Norton and Elizabeth Norton, his wife, opened this museum, and it was the first museum in South Florida, believe it or not. And here we stand 78 years later, bigger and better than ever. We're thrilled to have you here today.
Thank you. You know, their original collection is pretty outstanding. Tell us about that. The whole museum was based on their personal collection that they were accumulating for their own homes.
That's absolutely right. So Elizabeth and Ralph Norton were pretty avant-garde at their time. I think Ralph Norton would be considered one of his era's most modern and contemporary collectors. They collected art by Paul Gauguin, Paul Cézanne, Brancusi, artists that were just at the time not necessarily part of the established canon, but were well on their way, and as we know today, form the basis of Western art history.
And you've gone through a really extreme expansion that's just reopened now in 2019. It is amazing. For anyone who hasn't been to the Norton recently, you have to come and check it out. Tell us about some of the expansion and what you've done.
Sure. So the Norton reopened in February of just this year in 2019. And what it brought with it was an amazing design by Foster and Partners out of London. Lord Norman Foster is a Pritzker Prize winning architect. And so he brought with him this very airy, open design that creates more than 12,000 more square feet of gallery space for us. So it means we get to show a lot more art, not only from what's in our storage and can't be out all the time, but special exhibitions like the one we're standing in right now.
Something that you've got that I adore, well, I definitely have to take a look, the Chihuly ceiling.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. What was that like to install? Was that really an endeavor?
Well, the Dale Chihuly ceiling has been at the Norton for quite some years, and now it has a special home in a darkened gallery. So what that allows for is some serious reflection and light to really be pulled out of that multi-piece glass installation. And we did work with folks that work directly with Dale Chihuly Studio to reinstall that. But that's one of 3 different site-specific installations that happened when we reopened. Another one is by an amazing artist out of New York named Rob Wynn, and he used 6,000 pieces of hand-poured mirrored glass to create the huge staircase installation that you'll see right off the restaurant if you care to visit that.
What does everyone come to see? Like, what is the #1 attraction, do you think?
I think if you're a history buff, it's most likely Paul Gauguin's Christ in the Garden of Olives. We are constantly being asked by other institutions to borrow that because it is such an iconic work in his oeuvre. And so I think for people, that's really not only a hallmark piece in Mr. Norton's original collection, but really in the grander history of art. So I would say that's probably our biggest icon here, but there's plenty more that comes from Stuart Davis's New York mural is also a huge inspirational piece for many people, and sometimes when they come in the front desk, that's all they ask for.
And there's always something new to see. They have rotating collections. Where we're standing now, this is actually here only for a short period of time.
That's right. Yeah, so this is one of our many special exhibitions that we had when we reopened. We had 8 total. So if you can think about those numbers, we'll be rotating that in just about a few weeks here, and we'll basically start reconfiguring some of the galleries. So the space that we're standing in here will be divided into 2 separate exhibitions. So right now it's one consistent one, but we're going to break it up and change things up. It's all about experiment now with the new Norton and trying to see how we can use these new spaces the best we can to showcase the best art of our time.